People say, when should you start? I know we talked about that earlier, but there's another point I want to make, and then we're done. When should you start? Now. Guys, if you have positive revenue in your business at all, even if you're in the black or the red right now, you're losing money. If you're trying to build a business, I say try to hire as soon as possible so that you can start freeing up your time to work on higher level stuff. Guys, there's a difference between being productive and being busy. Okay, there's a difference. And I guarantee you, all of you are extremely busy, but some of you probably aren't very productive. And it has to be, most likely it's because you're buried in the minutia of the day-to-day grind, and you don't need to be. You should be focusing on higher level tasks. $10 an hour tasks should be done by $10 an hour people. What are you? If you're on this webinar right now, you're most likely a $250, $500 an hour person, but yet you're probably doing a lot of $10 an hour tasks. Stop that. Go hire somebody for $5 an hour or $4 an hour, whatever. Train them how to do those $10 tasks, and then you work on those $250 an hour tasks. That's how you're going to make money. So do it now. Don't wait. Do it now. Okay? Next, whenever moles pop up, guys, in the Work the System book, Sam Carpenter talks about how he was unable to scale his business because he was always putting out fires. He was always playing whack-a-mole. There was an issue would arise in the business that needed his attention, so he'd go drop everything he was doing, stop all the other stuff that he was working on to go attend to that issue. And then as soon as that issue was done, he'd try to go back and work on whatever the hell he was working on, and then another mole would pop up, another fire would start somewhere in the business that he'd have to go put out. And even me, guys, I don't drink my own Kool-Aid sometimes, in that over the last couple of years, even though we built a really big team, there's been a lot of times that problems have arisen that I have jumped in, rolled up my sleeves, and fixed, because it was the quickest, most efficient way to get something back on track, as quickly as possible. The problem is the next time that problem arises, who's left responsible for fixing it? Me, right? And so I'm not being efficient that way. So every single time you have a new issue arise in any one of your processes, guys, document the procedure of fixing it, resolving that issue, so that you only have to do it one time. Because after if you document that issue that you're resolving, the thing that you're solving, the problem that you're fixing, if you document that the first time you do it, then the next time it arises, you can hand it off to one of your VAs and say, go fix this. Here's the instructions on how to do it. And so now every time a problem comes up, that's what I'm doing. And you might have been able to fix a problem within an hour, but because you're recording, documenting it, it takes you 3 hours, so be it. It's the last time you'll ever have to do it. Instead of the next 5 times it arises, you're going to spend 5 hours, an hour per time. Does that make sense? So just take the extra time to, whenever you're resolving an issue, to document it, because then you'll have that as like a troubleshooting guide for anybody in the future.